Welcome to the RANTCAST.
DJ Zaxiade.
I'm Satchi from Satchi's Playhouse.
I'm Nevr. You should know me from Slender's channel.
And I'm Slender. I steal your children's souls and there are no refunds. So yeah, welcome to our first podcast. Not sure why we're doing this.
Welcome.
We're just, like, I was going to say buy a soundboard, but I think, it'd just be cheaper to buy Anthony. What is he, like $5 this day?
I'm actually going out for sale for $2.
Really?
Yeah, it's
awesome.
Wonderful.
I didn't know horse cost that much.
I can find a lot of uses for your vocal cords for $2.
All right, so let me just go. We're going to talk about the Steam announcements, all three of them. Then we'll go into what will be one of our frequent segments, Rehab with Nevr. Your name is spelled stupid, just thought I'd put that out there. Then we'll go into the channel talk, some tournament announcements, talk about Terraria, talk about Minecraft, and talk about the fucking evil within. And if you don't know what that shit is, stop listening right now.
Okay.
Now go watch the video.
We'll wait. We'll wait for you. Okay, on with the show. Steam announcements. First is Steam OS, an operating system. Try not to bump a bunch of things and echo them all the time.
Yeah.
So, Satchi, what do you think of the Steam OS? I'm going to click this so Nevr can read it while we're doing this. Satchi, any thoughts on Steam OS itself?
Steam OS is not. I thought Steam OS and the Steam Machine were the same thing.
They are not. The Steam machines. It's machines. It's not one. There's not going to be one.
Right.
Think. We'll kind of talk about them all at the same time. Think of the Steam machines almost as a console.
I know the Steam Machine is going to be a console, but I thought it was going to be the system inside. Like,
Here it is. You've been working hard to bring Steam. So it's like an operating system, completely designed for simply Steam gaming, for just Steam.
like big picture.
Like, yes, it's taking the big picture,
It's like big picture for your TV.
Refining it.
You could do that.
Like, what it is that, but that doesn't really work that well. It's not super great.
Actually, it does.
It's okay, but they're doing this in a different way. They're doing this in a much more comfortable, easier transitioned way. One of the things they're also doing is the Steam machines are completely, like, hackable. They're designed so that, you don't like this. No, it's the controllers too. You can take apart the Steam machine, which is like all console, that like you set it here and it plugs into your computer, and this end plugs into your TV. So now you can game all your Steam stuff, all your computer games that are only on the computer can now be played in your living room. And it's like hard to explain because it is kind of exactly what the big picture is, but it's not at the same time. Like you'd have to go way more into it than I really want to. But what's cool is the Steam machines. Like the reason they have all those things is that a bunch of different companies are going to be making different ones.
Right.
And then Valve will make one, and you can have different shapes, you can have different sizes. So it's kind of probably going to be like how the PS3 had different versions. So you would pay a little more if you wanted a little extra kind of oomph. Same thing. You pay for what you want, and only that. You don't have to pay for dumb shit. And you can take it apart and put in, like, stuff you want.
Like graphics cards.
Yeah, you can do all that. So if you like to play with a very high shader card, just because that's better on your eyes, you can fucking do that.
Should we be worried about, let's say... You know how some people have like modded controllers before like to cheat in games. Should Steam be worried about that?
I wouldn't think so, because really there's a limit to what you can do with a modded controller. The point of a modded controller is literally just limited. There really isn't a lot of modding controller. There's one way to do it. You take the 360 controller and the middle button, which is the light that looks like it's on. It's not on. It's constantly blinking. It's just too fast for you to see. And all you do is you open it and you take the wire that makes that blink that fast, connect it to the shoot button, and now a rocket launcher fires that fast nonstop. That's all you do.
So it's basically adding a turbo button.
Yeah.
So it's basically the way that I play Super Smash Brothers.
Pretty much. So this is interesting. This is the Steam controller. That's it.
Okay.
Now you notice instead of joysticks, they went with traction pads.
So it's like
those can be clicked in. Those can be clicked in just like joysticks. You'll notice
they can also be used as trackpads.
Yes.
It's the same way that you're using.
There's buttons there. There's also shoulder buttons. I think there's 16 buttons total that you can hit all of them, almost all of them, without moving your thumbs off the traction pads at all. That's a touchscreen. That touchscreen later on in the final versions they've said will be used to help people who are modding games or who use the Source Engine to make stuff. You'll be able to fucking go nuts with the touchscreen and like really get into it. You can take that thing apart. And if you think the rumble's not good enough, take it apart, get your own rumble chip, put it in. You can literally, like, there's no, oh man, do I gotta jimmy this open? No, it just comes apart.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's going to be wireless. And what's cool is they're beta testing a lot of this. 300 lucky people are gonna get the early betas of these and the Steam machines to test them.
How the beta test is that you have to play. You have to go on Big Picture and play game from Big Picture.
Okay.
And you basically automatically register for being a beta tester.
Oh, well, that's
Something like that.
pretty awesome.
So if you notice, you read this, that it's like trackpads by the nature are not as physical. So a lot of people, you're going to be used to flick of that joystick to do this. What they're doing here is like they're really taking the idea of rumble, but pushing it further, but in a trackpad. And I kind of like it. I think, honestly, trackpad will definitely offer way more precision in terms of like, example, like if you're just Call of Duty example, because it's the first one that comes to mind, is doing the 360 no-scopes. I find it would be easy with the trackpad. The amount of just response, I touch, it moves.
Right.
But the problem is, I also need to be able to force it sometimes on certain games. Like when I'm playing God of War, I need to fucking move, and you play aggressively because it's an aggressive game.
Yeah.
They're basically taking the rumble feature, refining it, and putting the rumble feature on a super sensitive and super tough trackpad. A trackpad that's tough enough to be clicked in like a button.
Alright.
Which is interesting. And it looks good. I think like a big thing about controllers, I don't know if you've seen the new Xbox One controller. I hate it. I hate that thing. The shape is hideous.
I haven't seen
it. It's like boomerang curve. It's so curvy. It feels like an old Sega Saturn.
Oh, God,
it's
it's
super
disgusting.
curvy. And I don't like it because the buttons are flat. The 360 buttons, the colored ones, they're flat and bunched together, and there's no weight in the back because the battery is built in now, which is a good thing. But the problem is, because it's lightweight and the buttons are closer together and it's all SE and curvy, it's going to be so much lighter and it's very small. Whereas the PS4 controller isn't that much different. Size-wise, not much different.
Yeah,
Well,
no, I've seen the PS4.
The PS4, I held it. I went to E3. That fucking thing, I'm married to that fucking thing. That thing, like the PS3, I like it. And the 360 fits. The PS4, it's so simple what they've done, but so much better. Like, you just instantly, the moment you grab it, there's nothing wrong with this controller.
Alright, do you wanna, everything we're done with Steam?
We can kind of branch off later and come back to that. But that's really it, because by now everyone's talked about the Steam things. We're just kind of... And
recapping.
we might come back to this later on, because this is early beta announcements. Nothing's official. Nobody's going to see any of these on the market until late next year, probably.
Yeah.
So we'll have more to talk about as more comes out. So now let's go to a segment called Rehab with Nevr about GTA 5.
Because I'm the only one out of our group so far who has played it.
How's the movement in like everything, like basically?
It's a little bit awkward because you know how in GTA 4 they made it so that like if you dropped off a roof you'd roll out and you wouldn't kill yourself, or you wouldn't do the Saints Row thing where you hit the floor and then go ragdoll for whatever reason. They kept that, but at the same time, if you're running and you jump and sort of tap into something, your character goes ragdoll and just falls flat on their face. Which got really annoying because there were a couple of missions where you're running along like rooftops, and when you get to the end of the rooftop, there's the option of, climbing down a ladder, but you could also just jump.
Right.
But if you're running and you jump off of something and hold the stick forward, which is what you would do if you're sprinting and, you're in a high intensity thing.
Right.
Your character just kind of goes, and then dives headfirst towards the floor.
Always?
If you hold the stick forward and you
Really?
jump off of something that's not floor level, he'll just go forward. So in order to make him jump off and actually land on his feet and roll, you have to jump and then immediately let go of the stick, which
That's
feels
really annoying.
It's really uncomfortable when you're running away from frickin' police, which also is a new problem. Because how in the GTA series they've made jokes like, shoot a guy in the face, beat a guy to death, or rob a bank, and cops don't give a fuck. But if you just tap their car, they're on your ass. They really took notice of that, for lack of a better word. If you walk up to someone on the street and punch them in the face, and there is someone across the street with a cell phone, they will call the police, and the police will immediately be on your ass.
Wow.
I kind of like that.
Actually pretty cool.
They made it relatively realistic with the police. Like if you're out in the middle of
So they beat the black guy first, right?
They never show up, right?
Well, the black guy does live in the big city, so there are more police around. They made it so that the police response is what's the word I'm thinking of? Correct. It's not the right word, but it's good enough. It's accurate to the area that you're in. Like, if you're in the middle of the inner city and you do something bad, the cops will immediately be on you because there's a police precinct around the fucking block.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So the closer you are to the police precinct, the faster they'll fucking be on your ass.
But if you're out in the middle of the desert,
and then I
which is
assume
where
backup can arrive mad fucking quick. Too.
Yeah. If you're out in the middle of the
that.
desert where one of the characters, Trevor, lives, and you walk up to someone with a fucking sticky bomb, put it on his chest, walk away and make him explode.
That's out in the boonies, though, right?
Huh?
The hillbilly guy. He's out in the boonies.
Yeah.
So they ain't no
So if
law
you blow
out
him
there.
up, the cops are immediately responding.
Speaking of no law,
But-
real quick, did you know that there's an Easter egg for somewhere out in the boonies for the movie No Country for Old Men?
Really?
Yeah. You
That-
come up and there's this area where these dudes are fucking dead and there's one dude still
It's the
alive.
it's the opening
Yeah,
scene.
it's the opening scene. And you go to
Oh.
these dudes and the guy's like, don't touch the case, don't touch the case. And then if you grab the case, he's like, you're fucking dead.
And he dies.
So as far as I know,
I'm not gonna-
no one comes after you.
I
but-
actually-
but
I saw
hang on,
that. I
but
was there.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for Javier Bardem to make a guest appearance and fucking kill you. And like,
Well, no,
you open your door
nothing
and
happens.
somebody calls you, and all you hear on the phone in the game is "Hello, friendo." I'd buy the game in a heartbeat. GTA, Rockstar, make it happen.
I haven't seen anything
You know,
happen
let's
from
be
me
honest.
taking
I just
the
want
case.
to play Javier Bardem and call people friendo. Can I have that as my voicemail? Just hello, friendo.
You probably could
Leave a message.
You
after
probably
me.
could do that.
Yeah.
But
Scariest dude on the planet, by the way.
I actually-
scariest dude on the
I
planet.
didn't know that was a reference. I had never seen the movie.
You've never seen No Country for Old Men?
No.
Let me tell you, it's No Country
But,
for Old Men. Movie
I
title
literally-
very accurate.
I actually went and I just did that. It's a random encounter actually, and I actually went. I just did that yesterday. As a matter of
Oh
fact.
wow.
I felt pretty badass about it too because not only did I take the case and shoot the guy in the face who told me not to touch the case, I also put sticky bombs on every single one of the cars there and walked away and made them all explode while looking at it like a badass.
Right.
So I felt pretty good
so
about
let's
it.
go on something that definitely has to be talked about. I attempted to play GTA 4, as Tom could tell you. Hang on, we're not even gonna get into that. That's another podcast.
That was horrible.
The driving in GTA 4 was the worst. And I will stand by this opinion. I've played some pretty shitty driving games in my day. Fast and the Furious The Showdown has a more responsive driving mechanic than GTA 4. How is the driving in GTA 5? I've heard it's really good.
It's very responsive, but at the same time, again, they went with a really realistic approach to it. So if you make a really sharp turn, your car will slide out. And if the cops get up behind you and nudge the back of your car, they can do pit maneuvers and they can tow
Question,
your car
are
on the
there
road.
scooters? Can I be part of the scooter patrol?
What, you mean like the little cop
Vespas.
scooters? Oh,
Can I get on a scooter and bring down the criminals and
I'm not gonna lie,
dispense
I
justice
have not
across the
seen one.
land?
I have not seen
Are you
one.
telling me there is no scooter patrol unit?
I haven't seen one.
Okay, we're done with this topic. Moving on.
All right.
GTA Online!
Right.
It's happening tomorrow?
2 days.
2 days,
from
okay,
now.
good. I didn't want to say that officially.
It's actually Tuesday, I think.
Alright, it might be 2 days. It might be
GTA
tomorrow
Online,
when
supposed
you
to be
upload
October
this.
1st.
Are you uploading this tomorrow?
It's
It's supposed to be October 1st.
Yeah,
That's Tuesday.
Currently, it is
I don't know.
the
I'll
29th,
either upload it tonight or
Tom,
early
that's
tomorrow
the
morning.
29th.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's 2 days from now.
Okay.
Okay, so hang on.
30th,
Hang
and
on.
then Alright.
All right, so one thing that people always worry about, and this came up if you pay attention to the GTA Online news, is microtransactions are happening. However, they've designed it in a way that it hasn't become pay and you just are better than everyone else. You can still earn everything in game with the in-game cash. And people who pay, the thing, no matter what you're like, if you're paying straight cash out of your like debit card or whatever to get stuff early, they've designed it so that to the best of ability, no matter what you're doing or how much real cash you put in, you'll never be so OP that it's unbalanced.
Right.
So really, it's almost pointless to pay to play. but they've made that an option for people who say what they're doing is
if you're a casual gamer, if you only play it every once in a while,
they're
you can still
marketing
get
it
the
for
good
like
stuff.
the adults who work more than they play the game,
Right.
Unlike the little kids who are 13 years old and
the-
jerk
yeah,
off
no.
to the cover of GTA 5,
Right.
and eat Tostitos
those
pizza rolls
those
all
little
day.
kids will be able to unlock through the gameplay. If you're one of those people who only comes and plays the game once every month or so, you could do the pay and you get the same shit as everyone else has. I don't know what just happened over there, but they're giggling.
They're being
Anyway.
stupid. I watch a lot of Achievement Hunter. By the way, Achievement Hunter, you should go check those guys out. They're amazing.
I didn't actually hear about this until recently, but apparently the GTA Online storyline is like everything that you do during GTA Online
does not compute over the GTA Online.
No,
the campaign.
It
Anything
happens,
you unlock.
It happens before.
Wait,
GTA
there's an online
5.
storyline.
Yeah, there's actually there's a storyline for GTA Online where
Because I know the only thing I didn't know was the storyline. I knew that it was going to be like multiplayer was for GTA 4, but with servers.
Those are going to be included. Those
Do you know how hype Cops and Robbers is going to be with servers now?
Yeah.
16-man, 8-man teams of Cops and Robbers. Oh, it's going to be good.
Anyway, what they are doing, Rockstar is actually including missions of their own for you to play during the online sessions. But at the same time, they're allowing you to use the creation kit to make your own missions and things.
Hello, friendo.
Hello.
Hello. You can continue.
Right.
Come on.
No, you're not Lionel Richie.
Alright, so GTA Online, do we need to talk about anything else? Do you foresee any problems in GTA Online besides a bunch of fucking swag gets on the servers? That's a given.
Literally, the only thing that I can see being a problem is October 1st, the servers are going to crash. Literally.
Just like Sims.
Because, honestly, with the amount of people that got really
Nobody cares
hyped about this
Sims.
game,
Oh,
the amount of
Sim
people...
City,
That's not game news. No, that's not a game. That's like saying Brink is a game. Brink isn't a game.
Brink is a terrible mistake on the path
But
of
anyway,
our lives.
no, because
Okay, back to what about as far as playing the game in single player and transmuting how the mechanics handle into online? Do you foresee any of that having a problem?
Not really. One of the things that I have to admit that I'm looking forward to is you can actually start crews. Like you can start your own gang online.
Straight up?
Yeah, for real though. But literally, if for example, us four all had the game and we all had online, we could literally start a crew together where it was like we would go and rob banks in the game.
Could we be the teabag crew, and every time we beat another crew, we all just teabag them at the end of the match?
That isn't actually a possibility.
I'm done with this topic. Moving on. Nope. The moment you took that away from me, that's bullshit.
You can't crouch.
That's bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Okay, time for some channel talk. Do. This guy who hasn't said a word the entire podcast, now you have to talk. Everyone else be quiet and just stare at him.
What kind of topic are we doing now?
we're towing channel.
Talk about
channel talk.
about your channel.
Anything that might be
Zaxiade
coming
is going to talk about his channel, what he does mainly, and
What's
maybe
his next project?
what are you working on now?
Coming up, anything that you're doing, any collaborations you're doing.
How about let's talk about Terraria so we can get this out of the way?
No.
That's a later topic. This is just time for you to talk about your channel, anything you're doing.
Alright, so what do we have up here? For this future project, I do happen to have some type of Dijon step. It's basically like kind of like
You should
metal
probably
genre.
start with what the hell your channel's about. Just
Yeah.
say.
My channel's about...
Okay.
No,
Do
they're
you
really-
see the audio
My-
waves, please?
My channel's about
Thank you.
dubstep, rock, and anything else to do with various music. I make a lot of experimental shit, and people should listen to it. If you don't listen to it, that's perfectly fine. You know what? It's okay. You can always eat a dick, but it's alright. It's not like I have to listen to my music anyway to buy my products. All my remixes are free, by the way. If I don't buy my shit, you just buy my shit for $1.
If you don't buy
Okay,
my
but
shit, you can buy my shit for $1.
let me put it this way. Okay, he makes music. Okay, now tell us what your latest thing.
Without
what are
being
you
a
working
dick.
on lately?
And you might also want to explain what the hell gent step is.
The Gen Step is actually a combination of a certain type of grunge rock that is like very, not heavy, but it's like, it's very low notes.
It's gritty.
Exactly. Very gritty, very, just like, it's just into itself. And
It's into itself.
Yeah.
Like masturbation.
It's
Exactly.
into itself.
it's into
I'm very
itself.
into myself.
And
Look for no.
All right.
Go ahead.
and then so on and so forth. I'm mixing it up with a bit of dubstep, and like a lot of people either do or don't like it. It's either a hate or a love topic when it comes to dubstep. Not everyone likes it. Not everyone hates it. You know, and there's some people that love the shit out of it.
Okay.
Some people have to be in the mood.
Some
for
people
it.
wob the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Ah, that's
exactly.
cute. That's cute. All right, so that's good.
Just cut
Next
out- we
time,
could cut out the
next
video,
time, yeah, I'll probably have to do some
Yeah,
editing there.
just-
Okay, so channel talk continues with the amazing Satchi,
Hello.
a man who has 13 consecutive pedophile charges under his belt.
Consecutive. As in, he
Consecutive.
got out of prison,
I think I'm-
immediately
I'm
found
thinking
the
I'm going-
nearest young child and raped them.
I think I'm going for the old type.
The all-time high?
Yeah.
He's getting the
Don't
high
you mean the
score.
all-time low?
No, we don't mean
low
the
age.
OK band.
No, I'm joking. I never really listened to it.
I'm going for the belt.
Why do people have such hate for the band? I never listened to it, but I
Okay,
hear, like,
we're
a
trying
lot
to
of
talk
my
about
other
his
friends hate it.
pedophilic channel.
Oh.
The reason why it's pedophilia because it's Satchi Playhouse. That's my channel's name.
So
There'll be,
he's
links
Michael
for that
Jackson's
provided.
best friend.
Yes, ready links and restraining order applications.
You
Yeah.
provide your own restraining orders against yourself? That's awfully considerate.
Yeah.
That's so deep.
Yeah.
That's actually very considerate of you. You understand what you're selling.
Yeah.
I like this.
Do you have
He
partnerships?
does not bullshit me.
I have partnerships
Yeah, he's partnered with the police.
and flavored lube.
All right, so you want to tell us what you're doing on your
Why do I
channel?
feel like the lube that you prefer is bacon flavored?
No, it's true.
It's probably gonna be bacon grease.
All right, well, what video wise? What's your current
Okay,
YouTube
basically-
video going on?
All right, right now, my current video. I'm working with another YouTuber.
Griff804
Yeah,
or Griff
yeah.
Griffster, the Griff.
I'm working.
Griffinator?
Griff ball.
No, I'm working with him on a Minecraft series that we're gonna do basically slowly vanilla Minecraft, and we're gonna do a little
Low
challenge.
vanilla Minecraft.
Yep, very slow and moderate because he's never on.
And his lag is atrocious.
Yes.
You're gonna have to completely edit out at least half of this whole fucking thing. Just letting you know.
No, we're not.
You're seriously not gonna edit out anything.
No.
Maybe a little bit. Okay, anything else you're gonna do on the channel? Any other video series that are kind of consistent?
Daisy.
DJ Zaxiade ducking
Okay.
phone calls.
Hello, welcome to DJ Zaxiade.
All right, enough. God damn it! I'm gonna murder you all.
Let's take this as a practice podcast.
No.
Oh.
This has been going on for far too long.
Yeah.
We're gonna edit out a lot of this. Anyway,
No,
let's
I
get
won't.
back on topic.
Yeah. So basically,
So
I'm
that's
doing
Minecraft is the main focus right now.
and Daisy.
Daisy.
Yeah.
Does Daisy come out in episodes or just kind of whatever? It's not structured.
I think it's soon. It's right now. It's gonna be whatever's, but I'm gonna slowly.
You stream a lot though. You
I do.
live stream much.
I-
You live stream way more than you actually upload videos.
Yeah, I need to start uploading my.
No, you're
streams.
just more of a live streaming guy.
Yeah. You should. Yeah. I'll put a link in my my about for my Twitch channel. You guys should just see that.
He live streams. Sometimes we join him. Sometimes we don't. Normally, I come on and insult people who are watching. So if you want to be insulted by me, you can watch his live stream, and I'll call you an asshole.
If you
Or
want.
you could just watch
And-
any of your YouTube videos.
And if you want to be assaulted by me
insulted by me.
sexually, just come to my house.
And if you'd like to end up in a ditch and not know how you got there because you're dead and you can't think, well, I can arrange that.
Anyway.
All right, moving on. I think that's enough of that.
Yeah.
So next is Nevr. What do you do? What is your job occupation here
on the YouTubes.
on the YouTubes with the Call of Duty's dogs?
Oh god, the fucking.
It's Call of Duty dog.
Anyway, I'm actually part of. I'm a guest on Slender's channel.
That's
I
me.
have my own channel where I've never uploaded a goddamn
Yup.
thing, and I'm also part of a channel called The Randomies, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's completely random, and so far we only have one video that I would actually recommend watching because the other one is just us talking about what the channel is, and that's called Cody Brocka Hella Jacka, and that's about as coherent as our channel has ever gotten.
Yeah, pretty much when it has to do with
All
voice
right,
acting stuff, it's just editing.
I guess it's my turn then.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm Slender. I'm in charge of keeping these morons in some form of structure. Not an easy task, mind you.
Really isn't.
It really isn't. They're all a bunch of fucking assholes. Especially this guy. Look, friendo.
I'm sorry.
I'm really glad I found that machete in someone's trash.
Alright, so my YouTube is Game Insomnia because I never sleep and I game a lot, and it's what a lot of the things I do are. What do? I do a lot of things. I do a lot of shit with Skyrim because Skyrim's amazing. Nevr is part with me on a series with that. He first made his YouTube debut on an episode of Let's Play Fallout where I think, was that the episode with the doors?
I think that was doors.
I think it was doors and bad directions from Nevr. And then I think you came back for the next episode. We haven't seen you since because I'm in Nellis Air Force and I don't want to talk about that. We have a series together called Asshole's Guide to Skyrim, where the two of us will narrate the life of one poor man known as Nigel Redbeard, the reddest and beardiest man of all of Skyrim. So red and so beardy that the frame rate cannot handle him.
Yeah, I remember there was a moment where you loaded up the game. He literally had no face. Like all you saw
remember the
was
skin was
beard
freaking
and
out on the
hair.
chest. It's hilarious.
His pale ass skin was just
freaking out. The frame rate was dying.
It looked like the movie Tremors on his chest, and then where his face should be was just a black abyss.
Alright, so what else do I do? I'm doing a bunch of other stuff. Limbo is the playthrough that I'm focusing on mainly now. Recently, content did not resume because laptop problems. But hey, I've got that all fixed out. So Nevr and I will be finishing up Limbo. I might even let him play like the last puzzles because I know they're super hard, so I don't look like an idiot. And then I'm probably going to go into Fez. I'm staying away from... Fez, yeah.
You're gonna have to show me what Fez is later.
Oh, you don't know what Fez is? Oh, yeah, okay. So, other than that, I do vlogs. I do a lot of weird stuff. I have playthroughs, and then, where it's, skip-based things. I'm starting a parody series using Skyrim soon. I'll talk more about that later, maybe in a different podcast. Hints of another podcast. So that's about it for channel talk. Now it's time for some announcements.
I have literally had the Daft Punk song "Get Lucky" stuck in my head
it's time to get
4
bloody,
days.
plus eat, see Timmy.
Wait,
Tobuscus, sponsor. Kidding. Please.
Before we do announcements, Fez, you know the guy who was supposed to do Fez 2, but he canceled because people kept on harping on him?
Yeah, I hate people.
It's horrible.
This machete used to be new.
Because everyone complained that he, when he did one of the sales, he only lowered $1 off it, and everyone complained about it.
Okay, that's dumb. I don't want to talk about this. It's depressing. Okay, so like I said, now it's time for announcements. Okay, so future plans, Satchi and Slender and Anthony, we are in a tournament for Awesome Nuts.
Oh my god, I love that game.
It's pretty good. I only play one character though. I haven't played him. I'm either obnoxiously bad yet still an effective team member, or I go on the sickest sprees like that. Remember, I was doing bad, played a match against Sled, and it was just me and you against Sled and other people, and I went 16-0, and Sled was like, where the fuck did this come from? I was like, I don't play this game enough to be consistently good at it. But that's gonna be good. I'll be posting all those videos of playing that.
I can't wait.
Announcements. Anthony, please come over here. Because it's time for a game I care nothing about. So our friend Satchi will lead us off, and Anthony will help mumble things into the mic as he.
Oh yeah, because I don't
So
know.
Terraria 1.2.
No one cares. Moving on. Terraria 1.2.
Yeah. Basically, they stopped last. What was it? Last summer? No, last February.
It has been at least almost a half a year since they have stopped any sort of production with this game.
Oh, but they did everything for the console.
They should make it a whole year.
They directly did it just for the console, and they just left everyone in PC the PC version dry.
Because they also started production on yet a different game.
Starbound.
That too.
Okay, well, talk about Terraria 1.2.
They're gonna basically.
Are you excited?
Yes, very.
It has so many new features that are coming included. You get to paint grass, paint the world. You have all these new enemies and all these new bosses.
I'm sorry, but I have to say, that just sounded like the most boring thing to be excited about. You can paint grass? Oh my god!
Did you know I can
I'm
paint
so
my
excited.
house?
literally
to
paint
paint
over
grass.
the whole world in any color, and everything glows.
You stupid fucking nerd.
But anyway, aren't we getting more stuff than the console version?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At least a few more things, or it might be just the same thing.
So,
up to
all in
date,
all,
just for fun.
Terraria 1.2, I'm sure we'll see a lot from at
Yeah.
least Satchi.
Ow.
Wow, thanks. That's great.
That hurt.
Fantastic. Asshole.
That actually really
We
hurt
can
my
use the
throat.
arrow and everything. It's fine.
Do you have a pot?
A what?
Something
You
that
know,
can
some
boil
Mary
water?
J, the green.
No, I'm being serious. What is it?
Do you have something I can boil water in? I want to make tea.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Put it
so,
in my mouth. And
while they're doing that, let's try to not talk about that a million times per podcast.
Yeah.
So, Minecraft 1.7 is on its way.
Yeah.
As far as I know, no set date for the PC release.
I don't know when. I don't know.
They just pushed out 1.64, and then they said 1.7 is probably next. 1.7 offers a bunch of new biomes. I like this.
New fish.
New fish, new features. A new world type called Amplified, which is really cool because it'd be fun to attempt hardcore mode and get another. I think we're looking at the return of Horriblecraft with that.
Yeah.
Horriblecraft return higher than ever, simply to fall even lower.
That'd be fun. That we can't go on the bottom of the ground.
Fun. That's the term I'm going to use loosely for that series. you don't want to suffer. Don't watch that series. It's really painful to watch.
It is.
I think in 3 episodes, I died a consecutive 79 times.
Dude,
79 times.
I
in
remember
3
once.
episodes.
I remember one when we were doing hard mode. Within like 2 minutes, you die.
It is amazing how I can play Metal Gear Solid 4, never be seen on the highest difficulty. I can't survive Minecraft for one night at all.
It wasn't even night yet.
It was night for me. Alright, so 1.7, another thing Minecraft has been, they haven't really said a lot on Minecraft Realms I'm looking forward to.
Yeah,
we don't know. They keep saying soon. Soon could be 1.8, it could be 1.9, we don't know.
Is it picking that up?
Probably. Alright, so since they're going to be doing stuff, we're going to go into an intermission and we'll play some little jingly music.
We'll play
Maybe something from zaxiade. Don't play something we don't own the rights to. I will murder you.
Well,
Actually,
Giannis.
nowadays you can claim it as long as you give credit to it and as long as it's not.
That's
fine.
great.
What's your name?
We'll just use some of your music.
Okay. Hey.
Alright, welcome back. Thanks for enjoying the weird little music that was played, made by zaxiade. And we all just watched the Evil Within trailer. It's amazing! Shinji Mikami, that's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. I saw Shinji, I saw Mikami, I'm down for this. Mikami, it doesn't matter. Guy doesn't make bad games. Really good shit. Best way to open a game. Fucking authorities, they lost. That dude's face did look really good though. So first impressions.
It kind of reminds me of RE as far as the way the storyline works out. There's an elite couple of law enforcement officials who wind up going into a mansion with shit is going down.
Yeah, except unlike RE, that shit's kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
And this is probably gonna be good and not
honestly,
be
yeah.
dumb.
You know.
Yeah, I agree. It's
like
similar to RE,
it's like
except that
taking
part
the
where
storyline
RE
of-
isn't good anymore.
It's like taking the storyline of RE1 and doing it right.
Yeah.
And I don't know who that teleporting freaking ninja dude is, but god damn,
I think the
like it.
best thing to point out about that teleporting ninja dude segment, that was a recording. That wasn't live feed. He was watching a recording security cam. That wasn't live feed. So the guy saw him in the recording. He's looking at the recording. This already happened. Guy turns, looks at the camera, teleports to him in that moment, which, let's say, is hours maybe? Probably. An hour or two after nobody responds, you go and you check it out.
He was just waiting for someone to watch what he did.
So wherever he is during those 2 hours, he instantly knows. Like, he knows. First of all, guy can teleport. Second of all, he's just wearing a hood coat. That's it.
Yeah.
Just a hood coat. First rule of survival horror. 1, never have sex. 2, stay away from the black guy. He dies first. 3, hot chick always lives longest. Use it as a shield.
Do
4,
not wear a hood. It impairs vision, unless, of course, you're the guy killing everything.
4, guy naked, not scary. Guy naked wearing a trench coat with a hood, completely fucking scary.
You mean Tyrant?
Yup. Next rule, Japanese guy, stay with him. Stay with him. Stay with him. Final rule. Does that guy want to have a gun? Did that guy choose a sword? Go with the sword guy. Always go with the sword guy. First rule of a gunfight. If that guy pulls out a sword, my money's on him. You don't play the odds with the sword. You pull the sword out because you're going to start dicing some motherfuckers any minute. So,
Yeah.
let's talk about survival horror. A
Uh,
lot of bad
as a
games in
genre?
survival horror. This is a minefield conversation.
There are not.
Put your
a
fucking
lot.
ballistics vest on for this one. Boys, strap in, call the residents, shit's getting evil, and we're moving to Silent Hill.
let me call my neighbor.
The evil, it's true, the evil is within. From the makers of Silent Hill. I can't remember a Silent Hill game I enjoyed. I can't.
Enjoyed as in.
As in it was good.
Oh,
Acceptable, even. Moderate. Below average?
2.
No.
You
The
didn't like it?
controls were clunky and I hated it.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't as bad as fucking Homecoming and its sick Legend of Zelda combos
Picks up a sword, suddenly knows how to use sword.
from that war that you were in. That war.
Yeah.
You know, you learned that in the war. That
Yeah,
war.
they totally taught you how to use a broomstick as a sword in the war. That totally makes sense. Because of the war.
Let's get on the topic of what makes survival horror. Like the enemies. First of all, let's just first debate what's scarier, crazy creature things, or people?
People.
People.
Believe me,
People
listen.
way more terrifying.
Dude,
you know why that
listen,
teleporting guy is so scary? Because that's a dude.
He looks like a normal
It looks
guy.
like a normal guy
Dude.
who can teleport through time and space.
And
He's the doctor.
did you see
Oh my
what
god,
he was
that's how
using?
Doctor Who ends. He becomes that guy. Fucking nailed it. Called it.
But
Called
did you
it.
see
Wait,
how
called
he,
it.
and like what he was using as a weapon to
A
attack
scalpel.
them? No, it was a pair of scissors. Like, did you hear the clacking? He was like he butterfly knifed a pair of scissors.
People way more terrified. Now,
No, like, how you say people are way more terrifying, I have to agree, because even though, like, DayZ's not really that great of a survival horror, but the zombies are not that much scary.
the big
It's
threat isn't the zombies. It's the
people.
assholes shooting you for no reason.
It's like, oh, do you have resources? Stab, stab, stab. Now I have resources.
No. It's like this. Oh, did you just start? Bam. I'm not gonna take anything from you.
Yeah, sometimes people do that and just hide your body.
Somewhere in every map of DayZ server, there's just a mass building full of new bodies. There's a guy sitting there polishing his gun. This is my gun. There are many guns like it, but this one is mine. Without my gun, I am nothing. Without me, my gun is nothing. The evil is fucking within. You know what's one of the things we'll get on survival horror is The Last of Us. Really nice surprise that came out. Nobody saw a decent survival horror coming. It was amazing. And one thing I like about The Last of Us is the futility of the entire situation. Zombies, it's done. Demons, it's done. I like the aspect of, hey, guess what? Mother Nature's gonna fuck you over. I like the aspect that it's not a thing you can fight. You can kill zombies. You can kill, like, demons and stuff. You can even kill people. You can kill people quite easy. You kind of can't kill Mother Nature. I like the game where it's like, no, there's no enemies. It's just the earth is like mine. It's all mine now. I'm taking it back. It was a good game. I liked it. Story was good. I liked it. Story was good.
It did
Very sad ending.
Oh no, I think the ending.
made you escort someone.
Spoiler alert! It is an escort game that isn't annoying. The entire game is one escort mission.
Yeah, I was gonna mention it.
But
It does the whole escort thing.
Go
manages to not make you wanna shoot your freaking-
Go RE4 escort mission. Think that? No, go completely opposite. That's how good this was. I didn't think the ending was sad. I thought it was right. Spoiler alert! If you haven't played this, fuck you. So
That's not really a spoiler.
shut up. Anyway, spoiler alert, the chick would have to die for a possible cure, and you don't let her die. Now, a lot of people I heard were like, no, how can you take one life over the other? And I stand by this. Cutting up little girls' brains for a possible cure? Not okay! That's not okay! Look, I'm an evil motherfucker, but that's not cool, dude!
I don't care what kind of ethics you think you have.
Now, if it was like some little guy, I don't care, kill that kid.
Really?
Yeah. If it was like a dude, if it was like a little 14-year-old dude and you had to cut him up, I'd kill him.
If it was the little black boy that died earlier
Absolutely. In the game. Absolutely. And the father, just to be safe. He might have a cure hiding in there somewhere.
Well, he did cause the genetics that the boy has. He is his father. Oh,
this is true. This is true. And as we know from X-Men, the mutation gene is from the male.
Through the male.
Yeah, there we go. Science. Yeah. Science, bitch.
Yeah.
All right, so...
I love how we're talking about butchering a young boy because he's not a girl.
Yo, fuck you. I'll do anything for Ellie. Ellie was a badass. She likes comics and talks about the old times. Yo, Joel, though, I love how in the game, you know what I want them to do? Like, they didn't... the DLCs have been announced of what it is. There's another storyline thing coming. Oh, you know what all I wanted is what the two best friends wanted? Storyline where you just play as people that went against Joel. Because play against Joel in the final missions because he's like god tier master of the Molotovs, fucking 40-foot throws. His Molotovs are in, he can make them in like a second. It's fucking great.
You asshole. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? What's the lights?
I turned it off with my back.
Alright, so Evil Within, gameplay wise, they've stated that you can stealth it, you can light traps, you can full-on assault, but the game is designed to not... You can do either, you can do a mix of both, but I feel like the way they're going is that old RE2 kind of thing, where there is not enough bullets in the game to kill everything, and you won't even find all the bullets.
Oh god, do you remember the New Game Plus thing for RE2? You start off, open a box, there's a fucking minigun, and you're just like, yeah! Everything dies.
First of all, while we got on the topic of another thing, if you really want to make a good horror game, definite best start is show the symbol of order and humanity still standing. Show them fucking dead, just dead, not losing, just dead. Fucking bleak as all shit. End of the world, dead. I love it.
That was one of the things that Ari did right. It was like, specially trained freaking.
Yeah, they lost.
SWAT is
they lost.
SWAT
they
are
lost.
bitches compared to us kind of guys.
They lost.
All dead.
They
just
lost.
Murdered viciously, ripped apart by zombie dogs.
I think one of the cool things about this is we have that guy who looks, I think it's safe to say, humanoid enough to count as a human terror. And then you have fucking Ju-on spider blood lady monster thing. I love it when you hit the peak of human being the terror, and then just add the peak of what the fuck is that thing being the terror. You know what I really liked about the trailer? There was no scene where you were winning in that trailer. Every scene was you dying. Did you notice that? Every scene was you dying.
They did a Dead Space.
When he got attacked by the thing that was under the top, he had a shotgun in his hand. He didn't fire the shotgun. He was literally too busy shitting himself over what just got out of that room. He could not think enough to fire at it.
Yeah, it's good.
He was literally like, oh god, back away. Ah!
You know what I want? You know what I want in this game that would really sell it for me more than anything?
What?
I want, because his facial hair, like the scruff, was so good. It was so detailed. I want this game to really actively focus on how long it is, so that when I come out of the mansion, I have a beard.
Yeah.
Because you have the option to craft traps and stuff with razors. Do I have the option to shave because it makes me feel more like a man, so I'm braver and I won't shit myself when the fucking Ju-on blunt lady comes at me? Or does the beard necessity?
Well, actually, that might be an interesting thing where they would I don't think they did, but they could have instituted something where it's like what was that game? It recently had a sequel, Amnesia. Where they
Amnesia,
have the sanity meter.
Machine for pigs. Satchi loves Amnesia.
I hate Amnesia.
You should play Amnesia Machine for Pigs. It's twice as good. There's some fucking creepy, like, mannequin doll children.
Have you seen a review for it?
Yeah.
Alright, well, we're not
going
going to talk about that. I don't know, mannequin doll children are pretty scary.
I know, but they
mannequin doll children? That's on my top 3. That's my top 3. My number 1 is Rush Limbaugh and other people like Rush Limbaugh. Pretty scary people.
Yeah, no. I don't know why, but the first
Oh, I
thing
lied.
that popped
Actually,
in
my
head-
number one terror is Dick Cheney. You
Oh.
should just make a horror game with Dick Cheney.
Where it's
Resident
just
Evil, let's face it,
locked
just
in a
Dick
building-
Cheney. Dick
you
Cheney.
locked in a building with Dick Cheney. That is the survival horror game of fucking gods.
There is only food and water to help you survive.
Oh god.
You also have to help him survive. It gets bad if you don't. So Evil Within, first of all, that's a great name. That's just, it's so simple. It's not Resident Evil, Silent Hill. It's not something, it's just Evil Within. I like that because to me it implies, what if you get to the end of this game and you're insane? What if it may have never happened?
It's probably gonna happen.
What if
You've
it
just
did
been-
happen?
you've
Well,
just
you
been
just don't.
gunning
Guess
down
what? Fucking, do you know stuff? No, you just don't know shit. You know nothing. Shit's hitting the fan. You're in the fan.
You are the fan.
And you were stirring the shit up. I like it. It looks good. And Bethesda making a survival horror game. That came out of nowhere. We saw them do Dishonored, which was an unexpected.
This has now become a
kinda-
podcast between Game Insomnia and Never because the other two are curled up in bed like fucking
losers.
bitches.
Yeah. So I'm a big Bethesda fan. Been playing Morrowind. I played Morrowind. I've played Daggerfall. I've played
I have
before
never
that.
played Daggerfall.
I played them all.
But
I've played
cannot-
Fallout 1 and 2 before they got good.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Ooh, Fallout Tactics. Oh, that was rough. That was a rough experience. You strap on for that one. You strap on for that one.
And now the cuddling.
All right,
Wonderful.
so Bethesda recently surprised us. We knew something was coming. Then we got the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I liked it. Came out good.
You know what? Just give me a second.
No.
Real quick,
Videotape it. No.
What are you doing?
really.
We have to put this into video.
Hang on.
So back
Okay,
to the
so-
Evil Within.
Interesting is that Bethesda comes out. They do the Skyrim thing. We expect this, and then we expect a Fallout announcement. We get
Right.
Dishonored,
Yeah.
a stealth-based action thief-esque game. Nobody saw that coming. They've never done anything for a long time. And then it's really good. A little short, but it's really good.
I still haven't played it because I'm waiting
Then
for it to
then
go
they
down
get
in
the
price
rights to
and then I'm
redo Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've
Totally.
seen that played. It is
Looks
wonderful.
so good. Fucking
It is-
Nazis on the
it's-
moon.
it's
It's the
incredible.
best. It's the
It's
best.
pretty
It
incredible.
looks good. It's Wolfenstein brought to the modern day without becoming what Duke Nukem Forever became. Moving on.
I have
Moving
to,
on.
no, I just have to
Yeah.
say, my
Yeah.
friend has been playing Wolfenstein for a while, and there's one thing that really pisses me off. There's one mission where you're supposed to find a guy
Sweet
named
Jesus.
Aldrin, and if you don't find him, the people who are looking for him don't go away. They just crowd the streets yelling out his name, and God, does that get annoying.
Oh.
Because you're just walking through the street and you're, Aldrin! Aldrin!
Okay, that's annoying.
It's like-
Jason!
yeah, pretty much. It's like that.
Does
only
it
you're
have
not
at
the
least
one-
more than 2 audio clips of saying the word Jason?
It has 3. I
Ah, that's an improvement. It's a step
Yeah.
up. I could have used the 3rd one in Heavy Rain. Would have made that segment easier. Oh, Jason!
Jason!
Okay, enough making fun of Heavy Rain. David
And
Cage
French
has enough people do that. We don't need to add on.
Wait,
They've got that covered.
What was it? French Colorado or something that you called
French
it?
Chicago.
Yeah, French Chicago. So
the French
actually-
invaded only took Chicago.
why?
Why not?
Who's
Who's gonna stop
Who
you?
wants Chicago?
Exactly. Who's gonna stop you? It's almost legal.
You stop.
All right, so real quick before we finish up, they did Dishonored. That was surprising. Wolfenstein, that's cool. And then they announced the Evil Within. Bethesda suddenly making other stuff than Skyrim.
And I
Elder
gotta
Scrolls,
admit,
and
I'm still
Fallout.
I still kind of want a new Fallout game.
I think we're still getting it.
I know. We haven't heard anything about it.
The most popular rumor is a New Vegas 2. Which is, yeah, that is the most widely accepted one. The
I would
other one
actually- I would
is
actually be very disappointed if they made another.
the
New
other
Vegas.
one is go back to Washington, revisit Fallout 3 years after.
All right, I could be interested in that. Honestly,
There was a
I
rumor
want
for
them
a
to
little
go
bit that
somewhere
I
new.
wanted.
What,
There
the
was a
3
ru-
countries thing?
There was a rumor of 3 countries:
It was
Europe,
Germany,
Germany,
Italy,
France, and England
What-
as a
yeah.
DLC.
Right. And
I
was-
wanted that.
was
That
interested in
sounds
that.
amazing because the climate had affected each differently, which
Yeah.
I thought was great. I don't
Are
think
you
we'll
going
ever
to
see.
talk?
I don't think.
What?
Are you
forget
Are
it.
you going to?
I'm waiting for my own opening.
Do you have any idea what we're even talking about?
Yeah, fucking Fallout.
Honestly,
Then why are you not joining in?
It doesn't matter
But
because the
actually,
podcast.
what I've heard-
Yeah, it's just whenever it's a
Actually,
podcast,
what
just
I've
whoever
heard-
knows more about the topic, just talk more about it. It doesn't
Okay,
mean
God,
everyone's-
now I have to edit all that out. Thanks. Anyway, say what you're gonna say because we're about to wrap up the podcast because I don't want to have 6
Actually,
years of
I've
editing.
heard that it's going to be held in Europe somewhere.
That's what we want, but no, the most popular accepted rumor is a New Vegas 2.
I would like it.
Which
in Vegas.
Keep in mind-
I'd be incredibly
keep in
disappointed
mind-
if they made a second New Vegas.
They've said jack shit by that. This
Right.
is all speculation based on possible leaked
Well, no,
artwork.
here's
There's
the-
nothing we
This
know.
is
of.
why I would be really disappointed if they made a New Vegas 2. There was a lot of possibilities at the ending of New Vegas.
Oh, that too.
They would have had to instate something where it's like if you have a previous save file, the world turns out completely differently.
They could do it.
I know, but it would be a lot. They'd have to cut down on other things to make room for
Not
that.
necessarily. It would be next gen.
But still.
PS4 is very
A
powerful.
lot of possibilities.
But
within
still,
possibilities.
there's a lot of possible ways things could have gone. You could have
Right.
gone ATR, you could have gone.
I
Yes
think
Man, you could have
honestly,
gone
you know what I
House, you could
think?
have gone-
People need to remember that Bethesda doesn't. But Bethesda makes Elder Scrolls. Bethesda is not the sole proprietor of Fallout. It's Obsidian.
Right.
Obsidian makes Fallout. Bethesda just works with them on it in a way. It's not like where Elder Scrolls, Bethesda owns Elder Scrolls. That's all them. Fallout is not a Bethesda-owned game. It never has been. It's Bethesda
I feel
and
feel like
Obsidian.
Obsidian should really just give them creative control because from
I feel like I won't be disappointed.
from like
Bethesda's
three,
never let me down since
three
onward.
Oblivion, Skyrim, and New Vegas. They've basically been the same game with different worlds.
And it's worked. It's
Yeah,
absolutely
it's-
worked.
I
feel like
it's one of my favorite things
they've
about
done
the
such a
series.
well good that if you play Morrowind and Oblivion and Skyrim, you still all enjoy them each as much as you did because it feels almost because they really nailed down the fact that each takes place in a different part of the world where it's a huge different culture.
Right.
And it's the same world, but it feels like a different world almost. It's like they don't even exist in the
One thing that I
same.
still love about the Elder Scrolls series, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, everyone's fucking racist.
Yep. And on that bombshell, we will leave you. Thanks for listening to the RANTCAST. Tune in next time, whenever that is.
Probably next week.